My name is August Wallen and I'm the founder of IMMAF. IMMAF is the international organization federation for amateur mixed martial arts. It has a very important function, both for arranging amateur events, so there is a platform for athletes from around the world, and also to get Olympic recognition in the future. Right now there is, I would say, a crisis in the federation. It has several backgrounds. One is that we have been, the financial situation is pretty grave. There is a huge loss and the sponsorship of UFC is gone. The money from 2023 was spent already 2022, so we're in debt. I feel the need for a treasurer on the board that will monitor and stay on top of the finances for the federation. It's evident due to all the loss of money, the UFC sponsorships being gone, and that we are in debt. I feel that it's important that we have someone that has the role to oversee and monitor the finances in the federation. Tomorrow there's going to be an EGM, extra general meeting, that is called, and the only purpose of this EGM is to the removal of me, who's the founder of the federation, and George Salfelt, who is the co-founder. The basis is that we are undermining the federation or something like this. It's also been a lot of talks about the votes and so on. There's all of a sudden there's only 25 federations that are allowed to vote. But in Serbia, at the World Championship, more or less every country that was on site were allowed to vote. What George have done is repeatedly asked to see the financial information. And he's on the board, so he has the right to see all the financial information. Personally, I think that all the members should have access to all the financial information in the federation. I think that's a transparent and democracy issue. Right now, we actually don't know where the money went. We just know that it's spent. I don't say that it's spent, in an illegitimate way or anything. Just no one knows where the money went, and I think that is a big problem. And right now we're removing George and myself, and it feels like we're very uncomfortable demanding answers, raising important issue about democracy and transparency, and then they do their best to remove us. And but the EGM, I was actually invited yesterday. And I'm supposed to be able to say something, and I really don't know what to answer. There is no allegations that have been brought forward outside, spreading rumors and so on. I think that you question the leadership. It's normal in a democracy that you say, I'm not sure that the president is best fitted for the work. That's how it should be. You should question, and then you should have elections. And the board should be elected frequently and not sit for 8 years, for example, I think. And that you have this situation where someone that is uncomfortable is removed. It's a clear breach of democracy values, I would say, democratic values. What we are accused of, what has been out when the call for this EGM is that we have spread rumors and tried to undermine the federation. And as I said before, I don't think questioning the leadership, questioning if the board is the best possible, asking for transparency, asking for democratic values to being upheld. I don't think that is undermining an organization. I think that is safeguarding the values that should be taken for granted in a non-for-profit democratic federation. The best possible outcome of tomorrow is that the voting members that are accepted as voting members, but as I said, it's only 25 out of around 130 countries that are allowed to vote, which is a very strange situation. But I hope especially that George Salfelt will not be removed, because he's vice president. He's fighting for transparency and democracy. I don't have a vote. I'm not on the board. I'm an honorary president. And if I'm removed, it doesn't have that, practical effect. Maybe I cannot listen in to the board in the same way. But the important thing is that George Salfelt is not removed. My hopes for the future of IMMAF is that we can get to the bottom of the problems, that we can fix that democracy and transparency issues, that people will once again have the trust that the Federation is doing a good job. For this to happen, it needs to be transparent, which means the members need to know what has happened, where did the money go, and so on. We need to have democracy restored, where the board is voted, the board members are voted in on a proper EGM or AGM again. I think that this could happen. It could be restored. But if it isn't, then I'm afraid the Federation will crumble, and a lot of federations will move out. Maybe there will be new federations started and so on. That would set us back 5-10 years in the development for the sport. So my hope is that democracy will be restored, and we can continue from this stronger. And this is a process in any federation that you have to work hard on democracy, and that people are questioning the leadership. It's sound. It shouldn't be silenced. It's sound. It's how it should be. People have the right to know. People have the right to question the leadership. You shouldn't silence that.